James Harden is one of the league's top players, there's no doubt about it. Over the past few seasons, he has been an offensive juggernaut averaging over 30 points with ease. However, year after year, photos surface of Harden where he looks out of shape and at times overweight, leaving people wondering how does he play with his body type, and is he fit for a longer playoff run? However, in recent times, a new photo has surfaced showcasing a newer James Harden, a much more lean James Harden. There was quite a divide between the people, with one side saying it'll help him greatly, while others say it will hurt him. Let's talk about it. Before this photo surfaced, Harden was listed at 220 pounds. However, I would argue to say that he was between the 225 to 230 pound range. Now, looking at this new photo, I would say Harden has lost between 15 to 20 pounds, and even his teammate Austin Rivers agrees. Rivers said beefy Harden was averaging 36 points, so I don't even want to know what skinny Harden is going to do. He definitely lost a cool 20 pounds. With that in mind, Harden could be anywhere between the 220 pound to 215 pound range. Like Austin said, beefy Harden averaged 36, however there are a lot of questions surrounding what a skinny James Harden could do. Before diving into these questions, I'd like to highlight the 2014 offseason, specifically the weight loss of LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony. Beginning with LeBron, before his first season back with the Cavaliers after his days in Miami, LeBron went on a 67-day diet where he didn't eat any sugar, carbs, or dairy. This resulted in extreme weight loss. Now, when you look at LeBron's numbers from that season compared to the year before, it's clear to see that there was some drop-off, especially when looking at his field goal percentage, which dropped 7.9% between the two. Looking even closer, we see that his field goal percentage at the rim had dropped significantly, 79.2% in the previous season, compared to 71.6% that season. Now, let's look at Carmelo's weight loss during the same offseason. While not as profound as the drop in LeBron's numbers, it's worth noting that his field goal percentage dropped 0.8%, but from the three-point line, his numbers dropped significantly, going from 40.2% to 34.1%. His scoring numbers also dropped from 27.4 points to 24.2 points per game. Could this be a result from the weight loss and a loss of upper body strength? Maybe, maybe not. Now, let's talk about Harden and his playstyle. As one of the most all-around scorers in the league, Harden can do it all offensively, capable of shooting from all three levels of the floor, whether it be off the pick and roll or in isolation. As stated in the previous two players, what worries me with Harden is that his efficiency may drop, especially when it comes to finishing. We all know Harden drives to the paint a lot. I mean, the Houston Rockets offense is predicated on whether or not he decides to shoot from the outside or decides to drive to the paint and kick it out to an open teammate or finishing at the rim. When driving, Harden takes a lot of contact, however he is able to keep his balance even when he's midair and finish at the rim whether a foul is called or not. Even when defenders try to veer him off from a straight line drive to the rim, they usually aren't successful because Harden is very strong as a result of his heavier weight and husky body type. With his weight loss, I fear that Harden may not be able to absorb as much contact as he normally does, and defenders would be able to bother him at the rim more and bother him when he's driving to the basket. I mean, look at what happened to LeBron, one of the strongest finishers of all time. Even he had a significant drop in his finishing, which I attribute to him losing some strength from his significant weight loss. If this were to be the case with Harden, he would have to be a lot more crafty at the rim, implementing more floaters, euro steps, and hop steps to evade defenders, instead of just barreling through them like he normally does. He would also have to take them one-on-one in a more crafty way, I would say, having to go around them instead of through them. Aside from his finishing, I believe that Harden's post defense, a very underrated part of his game, will definitely take a hit as well. Because of Harden's strength, he's very capable of guarding post players, especially when you factor in his 6'11 wingspan. He's able to get around the offensive player and poke it from behind, or stand his ground and force them to take a tough shot in the post. But now with his slimmer frame, it's possible that Harden would get back down easier, especially by bigger forwards and centers. However, I do feel that there are a lot of benefits with Harden losing weight despite my concerns. Firstly, he'll definitely be lighter on his feet, allowing him to move quicker on both ends of the court. With the ball, he should be able to change speeds more effectively, and off the ball, especially in transition, he'll be a lot faster on the break, which bodes well with the playstyle of Russell Westbrook. Defensively, he'll be faster laterally and should be able to stay in front of his man more effectively. But the biggest thing I think Harden's weight loss brings to the table is longevity. Usually, Harden goes so hard in the regular season that he's burnt out by the time the playoffs come around, leading to poor performances. In fact, this season, we saw that Harden was already showing signs of wearing down, evidenced by his extremely poor shooting during January and March. By slimming down, he's putting a lot less weight on his joints throughout the season, and this should theoretically leave him more fresh for the postseason. Add this to the fact that Russell Westbrook is here to take a load off of him as well, and we should see a rejuvenated Harden in the playoffs. This weight loss should also prolong Harden's playing career and help him avoid injuries that heavier players see later in their career. But what do you guys think? Do you think Harden's game is going to be worse or better because of this weight loss? In my opinion, I think in the beginning there's going to be a bit of an adjustment process, but later on he's going to be just the same Harden he once was, and his body is going to thank him for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when I upload, and as always, have a good day or night wherever you are.